This is episode 7, and if you've not been here before, what this YouTube channel is me posting videos and doing some commentary as I pursue, with some success and a lot of failure, my passion for indoor skydiving that I started in December of 2022. Last episode, episode 6, and this one, unfortunately, I didn't capture the video of the actual tunnel footage of me flying and failing. So going forward, starting in the next episode and beyond, I think I've got videos for everything, so it'll be a little bit more interesting and engaging. But I just wanted to regurgitate some things I learned from today's session while they're still fresh in my memory. Now, if you see in the comments below, I've got a corresponding blog entry to each visit to iFly, so you can, you'll be able to watch most of the sessions I capture the video for. But for sure, I have a blog entry for everything. So this was definitely a session where I left feeling red hot mad and frustrated with myself because I just couldn't get things clicking, and my flying was unsteady and wobbly, and I did a lot of crashing into the side of the tunnel and onto the ground. And so my instructor gave me a little pep talk afterwards, and I wrote down some of those tips that I wanted to share with you because these tips really have helped my flying even today. So I just want to touch on them briefly. This is an obvious one, but a huge one for me is to relax. Now, if you've never been to iFly before, I hope you do go. And for your first time, you sit down in a little training room, you watch a video, then the instructor comes in and kind of reviews the different hand signals and instructions for having a successful flight. And one of the big things they push is the hand signal for relax. You just gotta, chill out. Don't be so stiff about things. Well, I am very intense in the tunnel, and my day job is cybersecurity work. So I ethically hack companies for a living, and so I think I have a tendency to overthink and obsess over details and trying to do everything right. And also for my job, I have to take a lot of tests and certifications. So I think I want to do well. I want to check off the skills off the little skills matrix. And anyway, after today's frustrating session, they said, listen, it's going to sound weird, but to get better at this, you are actually going to have to think less and relax more. If you overthink it and try to get everything just right and move your hand in the right position, your flying is going to suck. And they said also, if you're asking really specific questions like, if I'm belly flying, if my fingers are this versus this, what should I be doing? They said you just have to give it some time and you have to figure it out and fly it out a while. And I hated hearing that because, again, as an engineer, it's like, just give me the answer. Tell me the right way to put my arms so I can fly better. And they just keep saying, you got to relax. You got to give it time. This is whatever they say, a journey, not a sprint. But it is true. And I think on the videos you'll see in future sessions, I do some of my best flying when I'm not thinking hard, or when the instructor is throwing a lot of things at me at random. Like, here, mimic me as I do this thing. I don't have time to think about it. I just have to copy, and I do some of my best flying. So relax is super, super important. I learned during my flying that I was, if this is me, here's my head, here's my feet. I was kind of, pushing my butt towards the sky, which was giving me a lot of unevenness, like a teeter-totter, doing a lot of wobbling or potato chipping, I think they call it. So they said, really focus on, like you're a puppet on a string, and you've got a string at your hips, and they are pulling you down to the ground so that your body flies a little more U-shaped. That definitely helped with just overall stability and control in doing turns. Another thing, because I don't think I mentioned, in this visit, I got to do my first attempts at tunnel entrances without assistance. So normally when you're just learning, you walk up to the tunnel entrance, you raise your hands all the way into the air, you get your head pointed all the way towards the sky, and you fall forward into the tunnel. Your instructor kind of catches you and gets you into a stable belly flying position. But for the first time, they gave me a swing at doing it solo. And it was, I think, my first instance of tunnel brain where I really thought I was doing what I was being instructed to do, but I wasn't. And the big mistake I was making is that I was coming up to the door, sticking my arms all the way up in the air, getting the head up, pointed towards the ceiling. And then as I started to fall into the tunnel, I was looking level and even down a little bit, which was creating more surface against the wind and therefore kind of pushing me up and right back out of the tunnel. And, it's one of those things where I was trying to, lean into it too hard and trying to force with my weight, I was trying to make the wind cooperate with my weight rather than the other way around. So it emphasized how important it was to keep that head up during the fall into the tunnel. And then the last thing that, again, super helps me even today is some arm adjustments. So I was really focused on, okay, I got to have my arms out like Superman and just, super stiff like a board. And they, again, kept going, dude, you got to relax, dude. You got to relax. So working on that, but they said also maybe try to fly them in just a little bit. My own name for this is T-Rex arms, because I think of it, T-Rex kind of walking around like this. But that really helps me, especially later when it came time to doing tighter and faster turning. I was able to kind of, they had me lace my fingers and use elbows to initiate that, left and right turn. And also some accelerated up and down flying later, where bring out the elbows to create more surface area and raise up in the tunnel. And then, tuck the T-Rex arms in to eliminate some surface area and then drop out of the sky faster. And also it just helped me keep the arms more relaxed, and I was less sore in like the arms and shoulders. So there we go. Four tips I'm hoping will help you in your newbie flyness, your newbie flying, whatever the right words are. But again, this hopefully will be the last video where I'm just blabbing over a blog entry. So there's a lot more actual tunnel footage to come in episodes 8 and beyond. So hope you'll check them out. All right. Have a good day. Bye.